Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to share with you a Tag Tuesday make. This is an open collaboration hosted by Shirley of Handmade by Shirley, and you can dip in and dip out whenever you want, and she does a different theme for each Tuesday's tag. And today's theme is shells, so I thought I would come to you and use this. It's Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 285, and it was the Summer Days papers and shell elements, so I thought I would use that in this make. The only other thing I'm using, because I'm going to do some inking, is this, which I got in an old Papercraft Society box, number 19. And it was a made to surprise Sam Calcott. So I'm going to be using this stencil because, as I say, I want to do some ink blending on this. So I've got everything out to do it. I'm using some Distress Oxides, which are Salty Ocean, Tumble Glass, Peeled Paint and Bundle Sage, and I'm also using a Colorology ink, which is Sapphire Blue. So I'm going to go and ink this up, and we'll get on with it. Oh no, don't want that one. I want the Tumble Glass one first to do my background. So I'm going to ink all over the tag. My background blending mat I've made myself. I've just taken a piece of white card and put it in an embossing folder, so it just saves the cost of buying blending mats. So you could do it if you have an not embossing. Good grief, laminator. It's not an embossing mat, it's a laminator, but I've put it through. So it just makes it a cheaper blending mat, really. And when they get so dirty, you can throw them away and do another one. So that's that background done. Now I want to bring in my Salty Ocean, and I'm going to do these waves. Just blend that in, move it up the tag. Don't usually do much of stenciling and things like that, but I don't know why, really, because I quite enjoy it when I do it. I think the effect is brilliant. Let's just do just up here. There we are. So that's my waves. I'm going to leave that to dry before I bring in the other elements that I'm doing. So I'll just clean off my stencil. I'll leave some details in the description box below of some of the other ladies that are taking part. I'll leave a link to Shirley's site as well, and also the hashtag Tag Tuesday, which you can use if you want to take part. I'm going to speed up the drying elements of this, and I'm going to use my heat gun. So once this is dry, I'll come back to you. So that's dried off now. So I'm going to bring my stencil back in, and I'm going to use my bundled sage, and I'm just going to put in some of this along here. So then I'm bringing in my peeled paint, and I want to do some of the smaller ones. That's that one. That's all that, and then last but not least, I'm going to use the bubbles. So I'm just going to bring in my sapphire blue along here and just make up some bubbles, and the smaller ones. I'd forgotten I'd got this in the set, because I sometimes do clouds and I make up some card. I cut some card into shapes, and I thought these would make lovely clouds as well, but sea waves it was done for. So well, yes, it was. I go back to these boxes because I forget what's in them. They're, oh my goodness, I've got that. So it's really quite good when you discover that what you've got in your stash that you've forgotten about. I can't think I'm the only one that does that, but yes, I do like to discover things that I've forgotten about. So I think that's it. That's all there. Let me just go off the end here. Right, I think that's it. I'll dry that off, and before I forget, I'll pop my hole for my ribbon in there. So once I've cleaned down, I'll come back to you. So I've popped some ribbon. I've done my eyelet hole, and I popped some ribbon in there. It's just some sort of gossamer ribbon, and I found some with like dots on that look like bubbles again, so it's carrying the theme up into my ribbon. So now it just leaves me to put in the elements from the Summer Days paper pack from the Papercraft Society kit. So I think I'm going to put them straight down onto the tag, glue them straight down, and then that I've popped onto some foam tape. So let's get these glued down. I do like taking part in this open collaboration. I never used to do tags, and then I saw Shirley's open collaboration. I thought, oh, do you know, I think I might have a go at that. And you don't need to do one every week, every Tuesday. You can pop in and out when you like. So it's quite good, really. And some of the themes she's done are wonderful. So go and look at Shirley's channel as well, and see what she makes, and there'll be links to other people's channels as well. And I always like to see the difference that we do. So there we are. That's going to be popped on there. And then just to finish it off, I have these. I usually like using these, what I call little water droplet glass beads, and I usually like them in when I'm using flowers. So I thought I would dot these around as sort of water bubbles. Pop one there, pop one around there, one up there and one there, I think. One there. Yeah. So all we need to do is, I wonder if I can pick them up with this. Yeah, there we go. Pop them on, and although you can see the glue through it at the moment, I might be able to do it better like this. Although you can see the glue for it at the moment, this is a dry clear glue. So once it's dry, you won't be able to see it. And I think this just finishes sort of theme off of a little underwater shell. So there we go. And that is my finished tag. So I've really enjoyed doing that, and it was a nice excuse to use the Papercraft Society pack, because there's some lovely papers in there as well, so for some nice seaside themes. So I hope you like that. Don't forget to go along to the other people's makes as well. As I said, I will leave some links to some of them that I know in the description box below, so go along and have a look. Just thought, looking at that pearl, I may give it just sparkle with my sparkle pen, and that will dry and glisten when you move it. So that's, yeah, may go over it again so you can see it more. So as I say, I hope you like that. I've enjoyed making that, and it's given me a chance to look at some old Papercraft Society packs. So thank you once again for watching me. Please leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll be back to you with another video soon. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now.